Hello, everybody, and a big welcome to MUSC Red Devils NCR. We're back with another live stream, with another live discussion with all of you guys. It's good to be back. It is one stream that I'm going into teeny tiny sub bit positive into, and yeah, as I just feel that I am pretty pumped up. I'm pretty pumped up because I feel momentum roll hona chalu ho raha hai. The ball has started to roll a bit. We saw that in the game against Crystal Palace. There was a bit of momentum. There was a bit of tenacity. There was a bit of urgency, a bit of fluidity, a bit of structure, a bit of dominance, a bit of Manchester United in that particular performance. And resulting that कुत्ते को एक छोटी सी हड्डी मिल जाती है एक भूखे कुत्ते को, they are pretty happy with it. And we are that dog right now because trust me, were we starving for this one performance, not even just a victory, just one performance. वो परफॉर्मेंस में लग रहा है कि फाइनली हमारा सीजन अब जाके स्टार्ट हुआ है because you know what, the humiliation we suffered against Brighton, some would say the unlucky spirited performance against Bayern Munich in Europe, in Germany, then that humiliating victory, I would almost call it, against Wolves with that Onana shout as well. Then we lost to Spurs, we lost to Arsenal in a bitter way. So things weren't really going in our way at all, at all. But up seems to be maybe the turning point. The fixtures on paper support us. The fixtures on paper tell us that this might be the time for us to go on one of those runs which we have really been known for post the Sir Alex Ferguson, और maybe जब से Ole Gunnar Solskjaer क्लब में आया है तब से हमने तीन चार बार ऐसे runs बनाए हैं wherein we have gone on mini runs and actually done a decent sort of performance in those runs. So I'm going to take a look at those games, of course, and we're going to obviously talk about the recent game, our sort of rematch, as some would say, against Crystal Palace. Also, the game against Galatasaray and the upcoming games, which are on paper looking as if they could be easily won. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot to discuss. So, yeah, the Amrabat has finally gotten off. Amrabat का back issue, whatever. Amra back, Amra back. वो सब लग रहा है कि maybe it may be out of sight right now. He may be here to stay until 7th October. Just जब हमारा game है Brentford के against. We have 3 games before that. We really need to capitalize on these 3 games. Now उसके बाद हम जाते हैं 14 दिन की छुट्टी पर. 2 weeks of international break. So till 7th October, we have like the time to do stuff, time to get the points in Champions League, in Premier League, 6 points up for grabs in the Premier League, and 3 points, very important 3 points in Champions League group stage, very important 6 points in the Premier League. As far as our start is concerned, we really need it. We really need to start getting into the mix of top 6, top 7 at least, abhi ke liye, and then keep pushing on from there. 5, 4, 3, 2, पता नहीं. But no, but jokes aside, so yeah, we really need to keep pushing. And as I said, if we take a look at our fixtures, I'll just tell you. Just give me a second, lads. As you know me, थोड़ा सा टेक्नोलॉजी बूमर हूँ मैं, तो मुझे समय दिया करो. तो yeah, as you can see right here, we have the fixtures in front of us, right? So if we go on to analyze them, this is Crystal Palace. If you look at this one, the one we actually convincingly won after long, 69% of the ball, 14 shots to 7. Obviously, this doesn't tell us the whole sort of narrative of the game, but you know what? This could have been more. This should have been more. This should have been more. This should have been more, and this would have been less. Second half, we did sort of rest out a bit, but despite that, in spite of us sort of resting, वो 16 फाउल किया हमने, pretty sort of aggressive, एक yellow card, 7 corners to nil. I mean, this was a complete dominating performance. It's again at Old Trafford. It's almost क्या same to same rematch है. It's at 7:30 Saturday. परसों early kickoff, 4.5 घंटे या 5.5 घंटे आगे होते हैं, मतलब हम लोग आगे होते हैं उनसे. So you could say 2:30, 3:30 में से एक टाइम पे kickoff है. That is considered an early-ish kickoff. Obviously 6:30 होता है पहला तो early, but yeah. So we'll Google says 60. I'd say 75% for us to win. But anyways, as I said, so if we look at if we go there back again, and now if we look at the next game, which is against Galatasaray, big game, big important game. Let us let us, क्योंकि हम यहाँ आ ही गए, एक बार चेक भी कर लेते हैं कि इनका क्या सीन चल रहा है, how have they been playing recently. So because obviously we don't take much notice of the Turkish league ऐसे. So Istanbul Spor, एक तो सब इनकी इस्तांबुल से ही है. See, Galatasaray is from Istanbul, Istanbul Başakşehir is from Istanbul, Fenerbahçe is from Istanbul, and then जो उनकी तीसरी टीम है Fenerbahçe, अब Galatasaray, Fenerbahçe, एक और भी है ना उनकी, मैं भूल गया. Beşiktaş. Beşiktaş is from Istanbul. Istanbul Başakşehir recently created, ये भी इस्तांबुल की है, और इस्तांबुल स्पोर दिख रही है ये भी. So they actually defeated Istanbul Başakşehir. Hakim Ziyech and Mauro, they have a strong lineup, man. They have a strong ass lineup. I'm not kidding. If you look at the stats, रुको पहले. 41-59, 59% dominating the ball away from home against Istanbul Başakşehir. So that's something to take note of. And देख लो मतलब of course we're going to delve more much more deeper into the game once we get closer to it. But ऊपर ऊपर से अगर मैं इनकी देख लूँ, Torreira, Oliveira, Davinson Sanchez, Boy, Muslera, Tete, Ziyech, Yilmaz, Burkhal Yilmaz, Icardi. Then we have Wilfried Zaha, Demirbay, Ndombele, Angelino, Mertens, Dervisoglu, Bakambu. God damn it, they have one serious lineup, don't they? They have one serious lineup, and yeah, I mean that's to take note of. But anyway, so that's Galatasaray, Crystal Palace, and after that we have Brentford. After Brentford, we leave for an international break. Then we have Sheffield, Copenhagen, and then we have the Derby. So yeah, I mean, just take a look. Like it's filled. It's stuck, and the period from maybe 30th September to till when can I see? I mean, 31st को obviously नहीं होगा क्योंकि 29th को ये है. But if you see, like, take a look at, I don't know, man. Like it just doesn't stop for us. Uske baad. It just doesn't. Like, look at this. These games keep coming thick and fast, thick and fast. They just don't. Every game seems to be like a must win. Like Fulham, Luton, obviously Derby's the Derby, Copenhagen, Sheffield, Brentford. Then we have Everton, again Galatasaray, Newcastle, Chelsea, Bournemouth. Then again Bayern, then Liverpool. It's West Ham. Everything seems to be a must win. And I don't want to get too ahead of myself, obviously, but this is to take to take notice कि भाई मतलब है, like we need to take a look at the fact that yes, there are games to be won, there are victories to be won, there are battles to be held, and हमें खड़ा होना पड़ेगा. Like we need to be up to the challenge, we need to be up to the task, because if we aren't, we'd very seriously and very dramatically, drastically keep falling into the trap of not even barely getting top four, even if we do. Now, I'm going to call it top four. I don't like the term top five as if yet. मेरी जुबान पे अभी तो नहीं बैठा है, तो मैं तो अभी के लिए top four ही कहूंगा. तुम अपना अपना देख लो. But in fact, I'm not even 100% sure कि ये top five में आ रहा है, top four आ रहा है, Champions League में क्या आ रहा है, I don't remember. But मतलब remember तो नहीं, पता नहीं. Remember अभी तो साल भी नहीं हुआ ऐसे. But क्या. So anyways, now if I talk about the players which will be key, the players that I am looking forward, the players that are showing signs of promise, it has to be. One name that has to top that list would be Sofian Amrabat. I mean, मजा आ गया. Hannibal Mejbri, मजा आ गया. Facundo Pellistri, work rate से मजा आ गया. Garnacho, work rate से मजा आ गया. Just well done. Casemiro ka almost mini comeback. Maza aa gaya. Because Casemiro was just not at all looking himself at all. But now his tackles are starting to connect. वो एकदम beautifully aggressive हो रहा है. He's just too good with his passing and stuff. So that is a good sign. That these are signs of greatness for us. These are very, very positive signs for us, because trust me, if we don't have Casemiro fully functionally playing for us in the bestest way, we are FUCKED. Like, we are more than that. Like, because भाई उसके बिना कैसे ही चल पाएगा, उसके बिना कैसे ही चल पाएगा. मतलब for Casemiro to not play at the center of the park would be just calamitous for us. And I know Amrabat again. That is what I'm excited for now. Obviously, we have a heavy shortage of right wingers. Now Hannibal Mejbri has just absolutely slot on. It's almost irritating when he has the ball. वो कुछ करता ही नहीं है बॉल के साथ. वो लेता है. He's not an aggressive midfielder. He doesn't look like you're aggressive. You're proper aggressive. He just takes the ball and gives it away. But I read the stat. The distance he covered at Turf Moor, no player has ever covered. Ever क्या मतलब? But no player has covered that amount of distance under Ten Hag's reign. No player has covered उतना distance in this season of the Premier League. and no person, no player has covered that. Yeah, just no player has covered that. That's about it. Matlab, Hannibal Mejbri ka work rate is just so fantastic, and even in his ball carrying, he's just so safe with the ball, and he's not boringly safe like Lingard or पीछे pass कर दिया. No, he just passes and moves. He's like a mini Busquets out there. Like आप it's almost like आप उसको मार्क कैसे करोगे, आप उसको ट्रैक कैसे करोगे, आप ट्रैक मार्क कवर उसको करते हो जिसके पास बॉल रहता है. उसका एवरेज बॉल होल्डिंग टाइम वुड बी 2 seconds मैन मैक्सिमम. वो भी जब गेम स्लो डाउन हो जाता है, वो अपने अपने पाँव में हाथ में तो क्या ही रखेगा, हैंड हो जाएगा. पाँव में बॉल रख रहा है, when the tempo is so slow, it's moving rigidly है वो. When we've sort of already won the game, we're just trying to pass the ball here and there, तब जाके उसका एवरेज टाइम बढ़ जाता होगा. But when the game is active, he is so quick too. He gets the ball, patak release. He gets the ball, patak release. And he's not like piche di, sideways di. No, he gets the ball, passes, and moves into space. That is that is something that is so different to Bruno. That is so different to Bruno. And to be honest, you know what? I think we need a much of that. Much of that. I do think we need a bit of that. So Amrabat, Casemiro, Mejbri, Bruno on the right, Rashford on the left, or maybe sometimes Garnacho on the left. I actually fancy it. I'm not even kidding. I actually fancy it. I actually fancy putting Eriksen and Mount out for some time, and it's not ki yehi hai meri starting 11, preferred 11, but I do want to see Meshri with Amrabat and Casemiro more of what I saw. They were flawless against Crystal Palace, and I want that because Meshri gives you the running space. When Bruno's not there in the midfield, or even in the game as he wasn't against Crystal Palace, we saw what Casemiro did, what Casemiro was trying to do. But if Casemiro does it, Bruno does it. Eriksen on the pitch, he does it. Rashford's on the pitch, he does it. Then it doesn't work out because हम बार बार ball lose करते रहते हैं. Also, it's going to be a small request, जो नए लोग वीडियो देख रहे हैं, if you could like the stream, it really helps us out. But anyways, so yeah, मतलब that's what I was saying. Ki when there is one proper creative force on the pitch, which would be Bruno Fernandes, then बाकी अगर simple खेलेंगे, that'll be better. In fact, obviously, अब Casemiro भी वही कर रहा होगा. So there has to be a balance. There have to be phases in the game. जहाँ पर अभी Casemiro कर रहा है, अभी Bruno has to be a bit conservative, and Bruno has to stick to his position. Of course, he is the Magnifico, and we all love him and stuff. But कभी कभी उसको stick करना पड़ेगा. At least थोड़े समय के लिए तो उसको position में stick करना ही पड़ेगा to give the team a structure, a shape, a solid fluidity, if I am allowed to use the oxymoron. Solid fluidity आती है because एक certain shape आती है, but that doesn't mean you're constricted to that shape. That means you just have a skeleton, you have a mold to follow, and you can obviously keep changing here and there, but changing, not just drifting out wide every time or drifting back, coming back, dropping back, asking the ball from center backs and then going forward, and then अब एकदम पीछे से ही बॉल पिंग करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो या असिस्ट बनाने की कोशिश कर रहे हो, लॉन्ग बॉल एफसी, ये नहीं करना है. That is something we need to really avoid. Because we saw Casemiro, जब Casemiro अकेला था उसे करने दिया, Mejbri was just recycling the ball. Amrabat tank बन के खड़ा था so that we could dominate possession. He was there. So that was pretty important as well. So this is something we need to keep continuing into the games going forward. And Diogo Dallo, I want to talk about Diogo Dallo. मतलब यार, what a player he's turning out to be, man. This season, last season, end में, he is evolving, man. People saying Eric Ten Hag doesn't improve players. Rashford का लोग कह रहे थे, but Rashford seems to have not had the best of starts. But Dallo, man, on a consistent basis. Mejbri, Garnacho. I mean, come on, Licha Martinez. Now, of course, Ajax. Oh, he was good at Ajax. Well, who managed him at Ajax? Who managed him at Ajax? Luke Shaw has gotten better. Aaron Van Bissaka has gotten better. So don't be telling me. Don't be telling me Eric Ten Hag can't improve players. Eric Ten Hag can't improve players, man. He can. Why am I mixing the Irish, Scottish, and the Italian accent? Oh Lord. But anyways, तो मैं यही कह रहा था कि लोग जो कह रहे हैं एरिक टेन हैग ने ये नहीं इंप्रूव किया, वो गार्डियोला इंप्रूव करता है, कोई मना नहीं कर रहा. बट जितना एरिक टेन हैग इंप्रूव कर रहा है अभी, दैट इज नॉट लेस. दैट इज समथिंग टू नॉट बी सॉर्ट ऑफ चलना देखा जाएगा. नो, ही इज एक्चुअली इंप्रूविंग प्लेयर्स. मतलब हनीबल मेजब्री, Alejandro Garnacho, two people have just come out of the academy firing all guns. Facundo Pellistri seems to be a better player as well. A confident player as well. Sofian Amrabat has come into it. तो मैं उसमें नहीं कह रहा कि improve वगैरह, but I'm just happy that he's here and stuff. So he's one to look out for. Then of course the one he's improved. Some are saying Lindelof has improved a lot. Of course, Diogo Dalot तो मतलब हद कर रहा है भाई. Diogo Dalot just seems to be so good. He's sort of turning to be what we really expected him to be. What Jose Mourinho told us when he said कि Manchester United have got a fantastic right back for the next 10 years. The right back position at Manchester United is sorted for 10 years. So it really does. It really does seem to be that for Eric Ten Hag and stuff. So yeah, in terms of the other improvements, as I was just saying, Aaron Van Bissaka, his play going forward, his defensive awareness, his defensive positioning has improved a lot as well, which was something under scrutiny. मतलब वो tackle वगैरह तो मार देता था, but then when it's time to actually be aware of your positioning, of your the whereabouts of the opposition or opposition players, then it was a bit of a task for someone like just give me a second, guys. And Eric Ten Hag. So and Aaron Van Bissaka, beg your pardon. So that has seemingly improved as well. So there's a lot to look out for, to be honest, and there's a lot to be cherished about this Manchester United side. There's a lot to be known about this Manchester United side, and I'm really happy, and I'm really happy that Eric Ten Hag is indeed doing that. Anyways, just give me a second, guys. Just give me a second. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I was just checking out something. Yeah. Yeah, so we've talked about the fixtures, we've talked about some players, but if I have to talk about one player in particular, it has to be Amrabat. Like any which way, it just has to be Amrabat, man. Like he has just been so good, so good. Like of course we've just seen one game from him, and we can't be judging this way too early, and we can't be judging this book by the cover or stuff or whatever you want to call or you want to say it. But जितना भी मैंने देखा उस गेम में, जितना भी मैंने देखा, it was just so damn good. I was just so impressed by that, and yeah, I just hope he continues that. I just hope he can build upon it, and I just hope he is the solution for us at the heart of that midfield, because we really need one. We really and desperately need one. So as I said, United really need a run of results. United really need someone. Somehow we need to keep pushing on. Somehow we need to keep going for those victories, for those nibbles, for those 1-0s, for those good performances too. But हमें करते रहना पड़ेगा, because to be honest, ऐसे काम नहीं चलेगा. How it has started, we need to be on our toes. We need to grapple points, as I said, 3 against Crystal Palace, get 3 in the group stage of Champions League against Galatasaray, and then you can get another 3 at Brentford, and then suddenly you seem a bit decent, if I'm allowed to say so. We have 9 points in 6 games. We'd have 15 points in 8 games. Again, not going zyada forward, but 3 games in, and we'd have points per game ka average of 2. 9 games, 18 points. So 3 victories on a trot would do that for us. Very important. 3 games that to Premier League, as I've repeatedly been saying: Crystal Palace, Brentford, and Sheffield. Winnable games. In fact, must-win games for us, and that is the hope that with which we go into the game. So yeah, a big thank you to everyone who joined in. If you could like the stream, subscribe to the goddamn channel, and also turn on the notification bells, because the time we put out videos like this, you'll be the first one to notify. So with that, I take all of yours leave, and take care of yourselves, and I'll speak to you guys in a bit. Cheers.